You all set, Judy? Okay. Calling this public hearing to order at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. This meeting is being taped for transcription purposes only, and the written minutes and attachments, if any, will serve as the official record of this meeting. Any board member who has a monetary interest or has a conflict, including ex parte communication, should disclose now. And I will now ask the secretary to call the roll.
Calabro.
Here.
Boop.
Here.
Zelensky.
Here.
Schaefer.
Here.
Rubel is absent. In the audience is Trustee Augustine virtually, and in person is Zoning Inspector Wilson.
All right. Since we do not have a full board, Lindsay has an excused absence, and then the alternate also has an excused absence. So there's only 4 members. We don't have a full board, so it is up to you if you would like to proceed with the 4 of us, or you want to wait till we have a full board, which is 5 people, which would take you to April. We just need to let you know.
What's the benefit of waiting? What's the voting ruling? Doesn't matter.
There would be 5 instead of 4. I suppose you could end up in a tie. You could end up in a denial. You could end up in a granting of the variance. It's the same options.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that there's 4 instead of 5, and we do need to give you that option.
See, if there's a tie, it would be denied. Since there's 4 of us, it could be. I mean, we're not saying it is, but it's a possibility.
Gotta proceed. Have time.
Yeah, why not?
I think we're good.
Okay. That's typically what happens, but we need to give you that option.
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. I will now ask the secretary to read the legal.
The Hinckley Township Board of Zoning Appeals will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022 at 7:00 p.m. at the Administration Building located at 1410 Ridge Road, which is on the southwest corner of the intersection of State Routes 3 and 303. Subject of the hearing is as follows. An application for variance AP0264 was submitted by applicant Darcy Chaddock, property owner of 233 Stone Canyon Court, Hinckley, Ohio, permanent parcel number 01603B06116, requesting to install an in-ground pool at said property in a location that does not meet the required setback of 15 feet from principal building. Inspection of this property will take place on Saturday, March 19th, 2022 at 10:00 a.m. Zoning reference Chapter 6, District Regulations, subsection 6R1.6.A.1 of the Hinckley Township Zoning Regulations. Copies of these applications and other supportive material will be available for public viewing from the date of this notice to the date of hearing at the Zoning Department located in the Administration Building at 1410 Ridge Road, Monday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Thursday 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., and Friday 9 a.m. to noon. Information may also be found on the Hinckley website at www.hinkleytwp.org under News and Events titled Board of Zoning Appeals Public Hearing. All interested parties are asked to attend this hearing or to send written comments to the Hinckley Township Board of Zoning Appeals, P.O. Box 344, Hinckley, Ohio 44233. Log into www.hinkleytwp.org for Zoom option.
Thank you. All right. And has the notice been sent to the appropriate property owners?
Yes.
Okay. The Hinckley Township Board of Zoning Appeals acts within the authority of Section 519 of the Ohio Revised Code and exercises its powers as provided under Chapter 7 and 13 of the Hinckley Township Zoning Regulations. All public hearings are open to the public. All persons wishing to testify must do so from the podium, must identify themselves and give their residence address, and must be sworn in. Evidence and testimony must be pertinent to the hearing. It is at my discretion to limit personal comments, personal attacks, opinions, and or repetitious statements or testimony or evidence previously given. Disruptive persons will lose the right to remain at this hearing, and personal attacks will not be tolerated. This is a hearing upon the application of Darcy Chaddock, property owner of the property located at 1964 Stone Canyon Court, Hinckley, Ohio, for a variance from the enforcement of certain Hinckley Township zoning resolution sections to property owned by the applicant. The applicant has submitted the original submitted packet, which has the original variance application, a letter from the property owners, renderings of the drawings of the pool placement on the property, and a site map. all that are related to the variance request. Notice of application was properly given in local newspapers, and the application has been available for public review and comment. I will now ask the secretary if we have received any phone calls or any emails regarding this variance.
We did receive one, I don't know, a phone call or an email from Ryan Shore. But no letters of correspondence were received.
Okay. And that was admitted into record as far as what let's see here. Oh, no, probably it's not in the packet, but
Okay.
okay, you noted the phone call, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I note for the record that non-written communications made by known or unknown persons not under oath at a properly noticed hearing is not accepted by the Board of Zoning Appeals as testimony. Each member of the Board of Appeals has been provided a copy of the application and a copy of each of the other documents submitted in support of it. We will now poll the board members to see if they have received this packet and also if they conducted a site visit.
Glabro?
Yes and yes on Saturday on the site visit.
Yes, and yes, Saturday site visit.
Selesnik?
Yes, and the Saturday site visit also.
Schaefer?
Yes to both, and site visit was today at 4 p.m.
Okay, written communications from persons not present this evening may include communications that are not made by affidavit. Because these communications are made by persons not under oath, they are not accepted by this board. I also note that written communication may include some writing by affidavit by persons that are not present this evening and therefore cannot be subjected to cross-examination. These affidavits will not be given much weight, if any, in the decision of the board on this matter. This board does have the power to grant the applicant's request for a variance. And again, those people that wish to speak must do so from the podium. We ask that the audience save any personal conversation for after the meeting, as additional voices cause confusion for the folks attending virtually. And at this point, if the applicant would step up to the podium.
Okay.
And if I could swear you in.
Yeah.
Please state your name and address.
Darcy Chaddock, 233 Stone Canyon Court in Hinckley, 44233.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as you shall answer unto God.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Do you want to give us a summary of your application and what you're requesting as far as a variance?
Yes. So when we worked with our pool company, which is Scott back here, we have an interesting lot. So as many of us do in Hinckley, but we have a very shallow backyard, a lot of topography, and we were just trying to find the best placement for the pool in the backyard, which we realized will take up a majority of that space. When we submitted for the permit, we didn't realize the 15-foot side and also 15 foot from the closest structure. We can certainly work within that 15 feet from the side yard, but we're hoping for a variance of a 5 foot closer to our deck structure, which does come out, I think, approximately a minimum. How deep is the deck? 30 feet maybe, into the backyard. So it's quite a bit away from our home structure, but it is elevated. So we were just hoping for a 5 foot or 10 foot variance instead of 15 from the deck, a 5 foot variance.
You'll be 10 feet away from the first corner of the pool.
Correct.
In the corner of the deck.
Yes, exactly. And that portion, just to give a little bit, I know we talked about it on Saturday at the site variance, but that portion closest to the deck, if there were to be concerns with, safety, those hoping to jump in from an elevated level, the deep end is on the far opposite side of the pool, and there's a very shallow, only about a 10-inch deep sun ledge that would be about 8 feet in width. So it's going to be, really not enticing anyone to jump from that pool deck into, or from the deck into the pool. Okay.
And is that the only place? I mean, you can't push the pool back, or can you?
So if we push it back, there is topography that starts, heading into a ravine area. We have trees and a ravine that kind of falls off the edge into like a little stream in the backyard. So we're trying to utilize it on the flattest area possible on the level backyard that we have. So we're just hoping for that variance in order to maximize safety as well as the usage of the yard before that starts slanting down.
Okay. So
Mhm.
basically, the topography of the land is your hardship.
We're limited. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anybody else?
Just out of just personal information, with the slope and the way it does go down in the back, is there going to be any kind of retaining wall back there, or is it going to be the pool going to be reinforced? Because it seems like the way this is set, that pool is going to be really sitting up where it starts diving down. I'm just wondering about safety of the pool and the land, the earth, and giving away in that.
Sure. So most of the pool would obviously be all excavated within the same level that the current topography is. So that I would say 95% of it is there is a back edge, which is probably a foot to foot and a half of a slope down in the back. And I don't know if Scott would like to speak to that or if he's able, but there hasn't been concern with structure as far as how that there's steel reinforcement around the outer edges. And it would like only be that back corner that would really be, down just a little bit, into that back corner. So
That would-
With concrete.
what's that?
It is held in place with concrete.
Okay.
It's not just sitting.
It's held in place with concrete. So
It was more of a general question, just for
Yeah,
your own
certainly.
safety and the pool itself. I mean,
yeah, no,
it's
it's
nothing to do with the setback. It does in a way, but I'm just
sure.
worrying about the way it was setting there. And
Yeah, no, it's a fair concern because we certainly moved it around quite a bit trying to, get the best placement for, reduced by pushing, we don't want to go further back because it does start to decline there. But, everyone feels that it would be a really good place to place it.
It is an in-ground pool. Right?
It is an in-ground. Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm.
So you testified before, you weren't aware of the zoning restrictions?
Not when we originally submitted. We had looked into some things, but I think, with each city being a little bit different, we weren't sure what those exact requirements were. Yeah.
When we first we had one drawing, that was submitted with the package where it was like completely perpendicular to the house.
Yep.
And then you had another revised one where they kind of offset it a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Which plan? Are you going with the offset still?
Yeah, the one that's angled
Okay.
to the side.
Do we have a date on that drawing, Tom, when that was submitted, so we can say, we're looking at the drawing that was the date of,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a date, or is there a distinction? Is there a difference between the first and the second drawing, I guess what I'm asking? Because I think this is the one that was submitted with the application, but this is not the one we're looking at.
No, I was trying to get it in the packet.
The one we're looking at, because it was raining, I have it all wrinkled.
Mine's
This one
wrinkly
here.
too,
It
so.
was sent to me by email, so I can find.
I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday that week, something like that. So it'd been I can look in my emails too, if you'd like a date to like right now, I can
I
look in
think
my.
we probably should approve it based on, the latest drawing dated,
Right.
whatever. We probably should do that.
I'll submit mine to the,
Yeah, and maybe, because there was no date on this drawing or
to add
anything.
it to the package or whatever.
Right, with the motion.
On that day that I got it. Let's see.
Just so that we have it. 'cause the
Absolutely.
original
You see the,
packet has that other layout.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. And I'm so sorry for the confusion on that.
That's the one that they're going with.
She told me about it. She
Yeah.
kind of, ran a figure and said, this is what we're doing.
Looks like it was
Actually,
sent on, I
that's
think the
the way it's-
16th, but we can have
they're
Tom
looking at it
confirm when
right
he
now.
received it.
Yeah.
The 16th, and is there
That's
a
exactly
date
how
on
she
the
described
original one?
Okay.
Probably the date of the bill.
Date of the packet, maybe? I'm sorry,
February 18th, I think.
When I did the application?
Yeah.
Okay.
the revised one? Oh, February 18th, okay.
The first one.
March 18th.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said it was what, the 16th?
I believe it was the March 16th.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's fine. So So that's what we're looking at. You're okay with, you saw that?
She
Bill?
described it,
Okay.
at the house. She was trying to find me a copy, but, couldn't. And so she just kind of ran her fingers over the plan.
Yeah,
Oh, I already saw it from,
Oh,
Dave.
okay.
All right, good. All right, well, poor Tom is looking still, but,
He's coming, it looks like.
Now, does the first one go by this date?
no, because I think that's when it was submitted for a permit, and
Okay,
then it was denied.
on
And then
2/2, okay,
they
yeah.
submitted it
There
on
it is, yeah.
February 18th. I'm gonna tell Tom to. So in the meantime, I guess we could, is there anybody in the virtual audience that has any comments or anything? Anybody have a raised hand?
Okay, I received it March 19th, and I'm
Okay.
printing some copies of that.
Okay, oh, it's fine, you don't have to do that, Tom.
Okay.
Thank you.
Kara Calabro, there is no one virtually with a raised hand.
Okay, thank you. All right, anything else?
No, I just thank you for your consideration. So
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Anybody have anything else?
No.
Is there anyone else in the audience that has any comments or anything? Okay.
Okay.
All right, so at this point, I guess we can do the Duncan factors. Ready?
Already.
Okay. All right, will the property yield a reasonable return, or can there be a beneficial use of the property without the variance?
Schaefer,
Yes.
Selesnik,
Yes.
Hoop,
Yes.
Calabro.
Yes. Is the variance substantial?
Selesnik,
No.
Hoop,
No.
Calabro,
No.
Schaefer.
No.
Will the essential character of the neighborhood be substantially altered, or will adjoining property suffer a substantial detriment if the variance is granted?
Hoop,
No.
Calabro,
No.
Schaefer,
No.
Selesnik.
No.
Oh, did you call me? No. Are you good?
I'll call it again, Calabro. Sorry, I voted no.
Will the variance adversely affect the delivery of governmental services?
Calabro,
No.
Schaefer,
No.
Selesnik.
No.
No.
Did the property owner purchase the property with the knowledge of the zoning restrictions?
Schaefer,
No.
Selesnik.
No.
Hoop,
No.
Calabro.
No. Can the problem be solved by some manner other than the granting of a variance?
Selesnik,
No.
Hoop,
No.
Calabro,
No.
Schaefer.
No.
Does the variance preserve the spirit and intent of the zoning requirement, and will substantial justice be done by granting the variance?
Hoop,
Yes.
Calabro,
Yes.
Schaefer,
Yes.
Selesnik.
Yes.
All right. Any person adversely affected by a decision of the Board of Zoning Appeals may appeal to the Court of Common Pleas of Medina County on the grounds that such decision was unreasonable or unlawful. At this point, do I have a resolution?
Okay, I make a motion for a variance AP 0264 submitted by the applicant Darcy Chaddock, property owner of 233 Canyon Court, Hinckley, Ohio, 44233. Permanent parcel number 01603B06116. Requesting to install an in-ground pool at the said address in a location that does not meet the required setback of 15 feet from principal building. Seeking a variance of 5 feet, locating the pool 10 feet from the principal building. Using revised drawing, second drawing, 3/16/22 was received. Zoning reference, Chapter 6, District Regulations, subsection 6R1.6.A.1.
Change that to 319.
Oh, the
18. Isn't that what it says on the drawing?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
does change this too.
Oh, I know, okay.
Okay, and then
Did you say Stone Canyon or did you say Canyon?
Stone
Canyon Court.
Stone Canyon.
Oh, Stone Canyon Court, okay.
You good? Okay. Do I have a
Second.
second? Dave? All right, a yes, simple majority with the quorum present is in favor of the applicant, a no simple majority or a tie vote, it denies the applicant's request. Okay, so at this point, if we would take a vote.
Glabro,
Yes.
Pope,
Yes.
Selesnik.
Yes.
Schaefer.
Yes.
All right, so you have been granted the variance 4-0, motion passed. The applicant has 1 year from the date of this hearing to begin construction or to act on your approved request. Anyone adversely affected by this decision has 30 days from the date in which the minutes of this hearing are approved to file suit or an appeal. Meeting minutes are typically approved at the next regular meeting. Upon approval of this hearing's minutes, such minutes will be posted and available on the township website. So if you'll hang on, just take a brief recess. We need you to sign the form.
Okay.
All right. So it was a
Next March. Here's the drawing, if anybody wants to let me, they keep a copy.
Oh, okay.
I'd leap over the table and get it for you, but I don't think I could do that.
Okay.
You can do it, whatever. I'm just gonna have to go for the.
Did you say 5 foot there? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's really,
I know.
with the revised drawing, it's more than 5.
Now,
Or I mean, more than,
It's,
Grace submits your,
I don't know, is it?
yeah, because
Looks like it's not, doesn't even need a
Yeah.
variance. You know?
we need the, basically
Oh,
the
thanks for giving us a
same information.
Okay.
And, okay.
And Joe,
Rolling.
in the packet from the hearing you had 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
It's our first
it was the payroll.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is pretty easy.
Yeah.
We had hardship there with the hand.
And Dave, you said we're going biannual?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I understand.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
Quarterly is too small.
Yeah.
Or do you want me to, I don't care.
Let's not start, it's not big to start with, quarterly,
No.
really small.
No, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, we're back on. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And a second?
Second,
All right, so we are adjourned this public hearing at 7:23 on March 23rd. Thank you all. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for
You're gonna be swimming this summer?
Let's hope so.
Judy?
It's up to this guy over here. Thank you. You're all welcome.
Just for the minutes for Judy, we had 4 attendees virtually and trustee Sweattick did join.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Melissa.
No, you don't need to pay.
Record.